Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome here to Lake Ridge High School, the site of the TAPPS 2A Girls State Championship between the Texoma Christian Lady Eagles and the Geneva Lady Eagles. A pair of Lady Eagles going head-to-head here for the championship. We're glad you've joined us. I'm Ryan Mueller here for the play-by-play. Your cameraman this afternoon is Jake Craig, and we are about ready to get things underway. Let's go right to the starting lineup for Texoma Christian. Samantha Flanagan, the senior, will be out there at the post position. Hannah Benson, the sophomore, the other post player. Catherine Sild is the guard, the senior, and she'll be out there with Lily Monk, the other guard, and Haley Ross. For the Geneva Lady Eagles, they're coached by Joe Rainier. Their starting lineup looks like this. Lauren Peterson, the sophomore, will be at the forward position. Caroline Lunsford is the guard. She's the sophomore out there on the floor. A pair of freshmen, Mary Liz Winston at the forward position, and Emma Ingram is the other freshman at the guard position. Addison Lipe, is the freshman at the guard position as well. So, again, for Texoma Christian, it's Flanagan, Benson, Sild, Monk, and Ross. And for Geneva, it'll be Peterson, Lunsford, Winston, Ingram, and Lipe. And they're all out there on the floor, and we are waiting the tip-off to get things underway. Our head referee is Chris Caton. He's going to toss it up. And it's going to be won by Texoma Christian. And here come the Lady Eagles. Right wing. Back out top. Couple of dribbles. And a pass off. Catherine Sild gets it underneath. And this one won't go. Nice attempt by Haley Ross. And she's fouled. And a foul upcoming. And a foul will go against Caroline Lunsford. First team foul for Geneva. Inbound. Deep in the corner, Haley Ross. Back out top. Here is Catherine Silt. Left wing. Just in front of the arc. Now cross-court pass. Trying to get it down low. Looking for that post up by Haley Ross. That's where Texoma Christian is looking to penetrate right underneath the basket. No score, we're just underway. 7:28 left to go here. Quarter number one as this one is put up and no good. Rebound snatched in and put back up and in. Nice job underneath the basket. Getting off to a good start. That's Hannah Benson with the game's first points. And Geneva will get their first crack at it as they come down baseline. Now put it up top. It's handled by Addie Lipe. Lipe will maintain control. Push it way out front to Caroline Lunsford. Lunsford winging it around the left side. Try to go up, and it goes for the swish. Hits back iron, no good. Here comes Texoma Christian. Across the timeline now, right wing. Here is Lily Monk. Cross-court pass. Samantha Flanagan will try a jumper. This is no good. Rebound comes down. Geneva has it, and a jump ball is called. Good thing, because it gives me the opportunity to tell you the officials for this afternoon. Chris Caden's the head referee. Andre Parker there with the call. And then Frank Fuel. Those are the officials here for the TAPPS 2A State Championship for the girls, as it's taken away by Texoma Christian. Trying to collect it inside the paint. Can't do it, and that is Haley Ross. It goes out of bounds. It'll be Geneva ball. Texoma Christian, of course, coached by Mark Ellison. 46-43 victory over Faith Marble Falls Academy that got them here to the big dance here on a Saturday afternoon. Geneva with it. Coming out top, it's Emma Ingram. Now jumper from the right side. This one is no good by Lunsford, and the rebound's hauled in. Picked up by Hannah Benson for Texoma Christian. Left wing, quick jumper on its way. The Lady Eagles cannot capitalize. Good attempt there with the open look for Lily Monk. Across the timeline, here's Geneva, right side. It's controlled by Lunsford. Lunsford deep in the corner. She's trapped, but gets it out to Lipe. Quick handoff, now goes underneath. Open look for Mary Liz Winston, and there's Geneva's first points of the contest. We're tied at 2, folks, here in the first quarter. 5:35 left to go. Cross-court pass as Texoma Christian controls. It's out top. Samantha Flanagan now whipped around left wing. Here's Lily Monk. And she'll pass it out top. And controlling things now is Catherine Silt. Starting five still out there for Texoma Christian. Jumper up, no good, but rebound and put back. Hannah Benson once again. 4 points now for Benson, and it's a 4-2 Texoma Christian lead. Just over 5 minutes and counting here in the first. Deep in the corner here is Leip. She's run into trouble. Check that. That's Lunsford, rather. Lunsford going after the ball, and a jump ball is called. It'll go the way of Texoma Christian. Nice fight by Haley Ross. And she gets in there. And Texoma Christian will have the basketball. Geneva, by the way, Joe Rainier, his team, 55-53 victory over Victoria Faith to get here. And this is what it all comes down to. This game right here this afternoon at Lake Ridge High School. Texoma Christian controls, trying to go baseline, trying to post up. That one's passed off by Hannah Benson. Little runner in the lane is no good for Samantha Flanagan, and coming down with a rebound, that's Emma Ingram for Geneva. Geneva will control, cross the timeline. Nice give and go underneath. Pass off, and that one is no good. Shot attempt put up by Mary Liz Wisdom, and that one is good. And Lunsford gets her first points of the afternoon. So we're tied at 4 as a jumper is good from the right elbow. How about it? Count it. More points for Hannah Benson. She's off to a great start. 6 points. And that's what Texoma Christian has up to this point. A 6-4 lead. A 30-second timeout is called. We'll keep things right here as the clock stops at just over 4 minutes. Call it 4:04 here in period number 1. Benson with 6 for Texoma Christian. Winston and Lunsford both with a basket each. Only one team foul in this game, and that's for Geneva. Caroline Lunsford picked it up in the early going. But Geneva trailing by 2, 6-4, and they will have the basketball as both teams break from the timeouts. Uniforms, as you can see for Geneva, white jerseys, white shorts, green trim, green Geneva letters across the chest. And Texoma Christian has got the black jerseys, black pants, red trim, red numerals, white outlining those numerals. And both teams looking to get after it here this afternoon. Travel is called. Lunsford guilty with a walk. So it'll be a turnover. They go the way of Texoma Christian. Benson will inbound. This one brought up the floor by Sild as she controls the point. Back left side. Taking a shot. This one may be a 3. And no, gets her own rebound. Nice job. Lily Monk getting after it, and she's fouled. And we'll go to the line here for a couple of shots. I believe it's on Addie Leip. That is her first personal, second team foul. First personal for Leip, and here's the first free throw, and it's up and good. Lily Monk. First point of the contest for Monk, and it's going to be a chance for a second time here, and she nails both. Fundamentals of basketball, and she gets them 2 for 2. It's an 8-4 lead now for Texoma Christian. 3.5 to go here in the first. Across the timeline, here is Lunsford. Lunsford runs into trouble. Nice trap as both Monk and Ross there, and it goes the way of Geneva. So Peterson will inbound. Lauren gets it out. And here's Lunsford. Lunsford trying to go off of a screen, runs into trouble. Has got to pass it off. She does. Underneath, this one is tipped away. Trying to work that low post, and it's not working as a turnover there. Mary Liz Winston's got a bucket, but she can't capitalize there. Meanwhile, here's Texoma Christian underneath the basket. Good attempt put up by Benson, and this one won't fall true. And Geneva comes back with the board. Back the other way. Here we go, right side. Here's Lunsford, trying to move it around left wing now, and little bump. And a little push. And I believe that is going to go against Haley Ross. That's the first team foul now for Texoma Christian. First personal for Ross. Get an 8-4 lead for Texoma Christian. Geneva trying to crack back in it. right wing, just inside the arc. Jumper is on its way, and it misses the rim entirely for Addie Lipe. Rebound picked up by Texoma Christian. Benson gets it ahead. Trying to go underneath. Feed from Flanagan, and it goes out of bounds. Last touched officials say, I believe, by Haley Ross, and it'll be a turnover for Texoma Christian, and Geneva takes over. Slowly bringing it across the timeline now is Lunsford. Trying to drive to the hoop. She'll kick out left side. And this is for Emma Ingram, who takes a jumper about 10 feet from the hoop, and she nails it. Emma Ingram, and Geneva cuts the lead, and they're now within 2, 8-6 here with 2:10 left to go in the first. Deep left wing, Monk back out top. They whip it around. Here's Flanagan. Flanagan lost the handle, and it's picked up by Peterson for Geneva. Across the center court stripe now. Driving, right side, kicks out. Here's a jumper on its way. Back iron, no good. Addie Lipe, and the putback is good. And all of a sudden, Emma Ingram is on fire. She's got 4, and we got a tie ball game. It's 8 apiece here. 1:40 left to go in the first. Posting up underneath. That shot is good. Haley Ross, count it, check that, her first bucket of the game. Benson leads Texoma Christian with 6 points. It's a 10-8 lead now for the Lady Eagles of Texoma Christian. Now we have a jump ball called. And now mass substitutions coming in. Marina Montano, Victoria Powers, and Katie Branch check in for Texoma Christian. Mark Ellison making the change, get some fresh legs. Here with just 1:25 left to go in the first. Here is Lunsford. Trying to drive, kicks it out. Jumper on its way from Peterson, no good. Rebound fought for, nice job. It's Addie Lipe getting underneath there, nitty-gritty under the basket. We got a foul called. And it'll be against Victoria Powers. That'll be the second team foul for Texoma Christian. First personal for Victoria. Rebound comes down, put back no good. Shot attempt by Lunsford. And here's Texoma Christian. Quickly down the court, Victoria Powers controls left wing, just in front of the arc. Right-hand dribble, stops and pops. And that hits front iron, no good. Rebound goes the way of Geneva. Lauren Peterson hauls it down, and she'll kick it out. Lunsford across the timeline now. Here's Geneva. Ingram underneath. Back out top of the key. Here's Peterson whipping around. Shot just from the right side off the backboard, off front iron, no good. And Texoma Christian across the center court stripe. They have possession. Stopping and popping at the top of the key. No good for Powers. Trying to put it back underneath, and it's good, and a foul. Shot put up by Haley Ross. Count it. And now we get a foul, so an and-one situation. And I believe this is going to go against Emma Ingram, her first personal third-team foul for Geneva. And Ross finds herself at the free throw line here for an extra. This would add to the lead here. And it is no good. 12-8. Texoma Christian with a 4-point lead. Just under 30 seconds, clock ticking here in the first. Controlling left side, way out top. Running into trouble is Lunsford. She does get it off. Deep into the corner. Three-pointer on its way, and this one no good. Attempt by Ingram, and it goes out of bounds. Last touched by Texoma Christian, so it still will be Geneva basketball. TAPPS 2A championship for the girls. Boys coming up at 2 o'clock here this afternoon on the Legacy Sports Network, as that one is tipped out of bounds. And we'll do it again. Lauren Peterson will get the ball from Frank Fuel, one of our 3 officials, and she will put the ball in the floor. Shot attempt put up. This one no good by Lunsford. Air ball comes down to Texoma Christian, and that's the way we slice it here in the first quarter of play. Texoma Christian with a 4-point lead, 12-8. You're watching the TAPPS 2A state championship for the girls here on the Legacy Sports Network. We'll be right back. And welcome back here to Lake Ridge High School in Mansfield, Texas. Ryan Mueller. The play-by-play here today. Jake Craig is our cameraman. Appreciate Jake's work. As we get back to it, second quarter now. The Texoma Christian with a 4-point lead, 12-8, and we're underway. Period number 2. To bring it out, it's Victoria Powers. She'll kick it left wing. It's Emily McCarthy who's checked in. Out top, Marina Montano. Instead, it's a jumper from the left elbow. That one taken by Hannah Benson, and that one is no good. Geneva with a rebound. They'll come across the timeline now. Left-hand dribble. Running into trouble is Lunsford. Kicks it deep in the wing. Addie Leip, rather. And in the paint, trying to put it up. This one no good. Shot attempt by Caroline Lunsford. And we have a foul upcoming and 2 shots. I believe the foul is going to go. Marina Montano picks up the 3rd team foul for Texoma Christian. First personal on Montano. Going to the line now here is the sophomore Caroline Lunsford. Couple of dribbles. The first of 2 is no good. It's been the first time Geneva is at the line here this afternoon. Lunsford trying to make it 1 for 2 and pull within 3 here in this contest. Can't do it. 0 for 2 will remain a 12-8 Texoma Christian lead. They have the ball and they'll bring it up the floor. Victoria Powers, left wing. Now deep left wing. Here is Benson trying to cut underneath. Kicked out top. Here's Lily Monk. Montano, cross-court pass. Wide open look coming in. That one just misses McCarthy. Shy, and now we'll have a stoppage in play and a foul from Andre Parker, our official. It looks like that one's going against Emma Ingram, her 2nd personal. And that'll be 4 team fouls now for Geneva. 2 shots upcoming for Montano. Free throw on its way and good. The 3rd Texoma Christian player at the line this afternoon. Monk was 2 of 2. Ross was 0 for 1. And make it 2 of 2 for Montano as she sinks it there. That'll expand the Texoma Christian lead to 6. It's 14-8. And just under 7 minutes here in period number 2. As Lunsford, cross-court pass. 3-pointer on its way for Ingram. Hits the backboard and comes down. Texoma Christian has it. Benson with a rebound. Left wing quickly, now underneath. Montano was looking for post player. Shot put up, this one no good by Benson as she fights for it. The rebound coming down, a jump ball is called by our officiating crew. Possession arrow going the way of Geneva. It'll be Peterson to inbound to Lunsford. Caroline Lunsford, this sophomore, a bucket here this afternoon, and she's got it. Brings it up into the front court. Now going baseline, pass out top. Nobody there, but nice recovery. Going out to get the basketball is Peterson. Trying to drive in on Katie Branch. Ball is loose, and it's picked up by Benson. And here we go, the other way. Kicked out Powers. Now, jumper on the way from Montano, and count it. Nice bucket by Geneva. Montano had the space, and she puts the basket into the bucket, rather. Count it, 2-pointer from Montano, and a timeout is called. So now it's Montano with 2, Benson with 6, and you have Haley Ross with 2. Lily Monk has a pair of free throws, and let's correct myself, Montano with 4, count the 2 free throws. And it's a 16-8 lead, Texoma Christian here in period number 2. Well, these 2 teams have fought hard to get here to this TAPPS 2A state championship. Texoma Christian, I mentioned the victory over Marble Falls Faith Academy, 46-43. They took care of DeSoto Canterbury, 63-56. And then a battle with Temple Holy Trinity, 59-20 though. Texoma Christian Lady Eagles running away with that one. And then right out of the gate, playing Dallas Cambridge, 57-18. This is a team, folks, that scores a lot of points, and they have 16 here this afternoon. But you flip the coin, you look at Geneva, and great persistence throughout the playoffs. Tough teams like Sacred Heart, Victoria Faith, who they won to get here, to get here. Northeast Christian, First Baptist out of Shiner St. Paul. Some tough teams to get here in this state championship. They have the possession now, trailing by 8. Three-pointer up and no good. That one taken by Lunsford. Caroline's been trying to get that. Ingram had a shot at it as well. The three-pointer have not been able to get it to fall here today. It will remain Geneva basketball, and Lunsford will inbound. Looking for the open player. Inside the paint, she finds Peterson, kicked out. Here is Leip. Lunsford running into trouble, back to Leip. Now driving into the paint, here's Peterson. She'll have to pass off. Ball was tipped, but it does go out of bounds, and trying to track it down, Emma Ingram. And they're going to say last touch by Geneva, so now Texoma Christian with the basketball. Bringing it up the floor, here's Victoria Powers. Right-hand dribble, and she controls the point. Right-hand dribble, guarded closely by Lunsford. 5.5 to go here in the second quarter, 16-8. Lead for Texoma Christian. Montano trying to drive in, said she'll kick it out. Baseline, here's Katie Branch. Back to Montano, and that one is good. Count it. Three-pointer for Marina Montano. And her afternoon now moves to 7 points, and we have a blocking foul. Lunsford trying to move in on Emily McCarthy, and McCarthy, the junior guard, will pick up her first personal. Now make it 4 team fouls for Texoma Christian. Geneva has 5, and now we have mass substitutions as Benson comes off the floor with McCarthy. Welcome back Haley Ross. As Geneva will control. Here is Lunsford trying to work around Haley Ross. Puts it up off the backboard, no good. Rebound comes down, and it's Addie Leip with it. Winston out top, and this one is good. Nice job. Peterson from the top of the key nails it. Lauren Peterson with a bucket, and now it's a 19-10 lead for Texoma Christian. 4.5 to go here in period number 2. Montano, right side. She gets it to Flanagan. Out top, three-pointer on its way, and that one is no good for Catherine Sild, who checked in moments ago. Quickly up the floor, here comes Geneva. Trying to back it out. Emma Ingram ran into a trap, and now Frank Fuel has something he'd like to say. And it will go against Marina Montano. That is her second personal. And now we have 6 team fouls on Texoma Christian. Hannah Benson with 6 points will check back into the ball game. And grabbing a seat, Meredith Gary. Inbound comes to Lunsford. She'll wheel around a screen. Look for the open player, and nice fake on a shot. This one's stolen away. Addie Leip was trying to work in the paint, and that one, no ma'am, says Texoma Christian. But we will change possession, and Geneva, after the steal, will have the basketball. Caroline Lunsford. Inbound under the hoop. Quick pass underneath. Shot by Winston is no good. And quickly up the floor, Texoma Christian. Ball is knocked out of bounds, intended for Lily Monk. Lunsford is having one heck of a ball game, folks. She has a bucket. Been doing a lot of behind-the-scenes work. Some scrappy play for Lunsford, the sophomore. Catherine Sild controls the point. The senior right-hand dribble, kick out left side. Here is Lily Monk. Now over the corner, Samantha Flanagan tries the cross-court pass, and it's stolen away. Lunsford, right-hand dribble, deep down the court. Here's Leip. Left elbow, looking for a shot. Winston instead will pass it off. And here's Ingram. Ingram trying to fight her way into the paint, and now she's trapped. Out top right elbow, now kicked out left wing. Here's Leip. 3 minutes, 20 seconds left to go here in the second. Three-pointer on its way for Geneva and can't connect. Ingram, shot no good. Texoma Christian wants to push it. Right-hand dribble, right side beyond the arc. Now it's top of the key and nailed down. Catherine Sild picks up 2 points. And it's a 21-10 advantage for Texoma Christian here in this TAPPS 2A state championship. Lunsford slowly will bring it across the center court stripe. Trying to work off of a screen and can't get it from Lauren Peterson, and now we have a foul called by our head referee. Haley Ross will get her second personal and now 17 fouls. We have a one-on-one situation as Geneva is in the bonus. Lunsford, count it. Caroline now 1 for 3 from the charity stripe here this afternoon. A bounce pass from Frank Fuel, our official. Lunsford at it again. Knocks it down, no problem for Caroline. 2 of 4, making 4 points on the afternoon. 21-12 our score. Texoma Christian with the lead and the ball. Right wing, now kicked out left wing. This is a look for Lily Monk, and it's tapped off the fingertips of Lunsford. Again, that's all part of the scrappy play for the sophomore Lunsford. She has been getting her hands in traffic here this afternoon. 2 minutes and 35 seconds. Here we go in our second frame. Trying to kick it underneath and almost lost, recovered by Lily Monk back out top. Here's Silt. Point guard has it, right-hand dribble, trying to work in on Addie Light. Now whipped around, deep left wing for Benson. She tries to throw it up to Haley Ross for the post, no good. And a turnover for Texoma Christian. Here comes Geneva. Right-hand dribble, Lunsford works off of a screen, into the paint, off the glass, and can't get it to fall. Off the front of the iron. Texoma Christian quickly back the other way. Underneath, shot put up, no good for Haley Ross. Put back for Samantha Flanagan, no good, but she is fouled and will go to the line here. And Lunsford picks up her second personal. That make it 5 team fouls for Geneva. So not into the bonus is Texoma Christian quite yet. First free throw up and good for Flanagan. Clock stops at 1:58. We are in period number 2. And a 10-point lead, make it 11 with that drained by Flanagan. 2 of 2 from the line, her first 2 points of this contest. Lunsford finds the open look for Peterson, kicked out left wing, three-pointer on the way. Ingram can't nail it down. Struggling from beyond the arc here today, but the rebound is picked up by Texoma Christian. Out top, here is Sild calling the play. Texoma Christian trying to get space. Flanagan. Now it's Sild. Back to Flanagan on the right wing. Guarded closely by Winston to try to get it underneath to Benson, posting up. That worked early. Benson came out of the gate with 6 points and has been quiet ever since here in this second period of play. Pass almost picked off. Lunsford looking down low for Addie Leip, and Samantha Flanagan right off of her fingertips and out of bounds, and will now have an inbounds pass from Geneva. Peterson looking for an open player, finds it underneath. Here is Winston. Mary Liz will kick it out. Lunsford will bring it back out top, trapped by 2 defenders, and throwing it up and over the tall trees results in a turnover. Trying to get it to Peterson. Right-hand dribble for Sild as the point guard will bring it up the floor. Just under a minute to go. 23-12. Texoma Christian with the ball. They have the lead. Out top, stolen away. A free lane. Lunsford off glass and good. Caroline Lunsford. 6 points for the sophomore. And perhaps that's what Geneva needs to get back into this. They trail at 23-14, 35 seconds and counting here in the first half. Quick give and go underneath. What an excellent effort by Haley Ross. 4 points for the junior post player for Texoma Christian. Just like that, an answer back for the Lady Eagles. 25-14 the score, under 20 to go. This one shot put up no good by Addie Leip, and Texoma Christian once again has it. Left wing will slow it down and try to work the clock. No, it's an open look for Flanagan, and this one is off the back iron, and it comes down. Rebound taken. Haley Ross really strong here late in the first half. Foul is called. And Mary Liz Winston picks up her first personal. It'll be 16 fouls, so one away for the bonus. Texoma Christian. Left elbow. Here is Benson. And she puts it in. Nice work as Leip was right up in her grill, and that one is nailed down. Benson with 8 points, folks, as she leads Texoma Christian. Our score at the half is 27-14. Texoma Christian over the Geneva Lady Eagles. Well, coming up on our halftime show, we will have stats from the first half. We'll take a look at, once again, at how these two teams got here to the state championship game, and then have some thoughts on the second half. Once again, your score at the break, it's Texoma Christian 27, Geneva 14. You're watching the TAPPS 2A state championship here on the Legacy Sports Network. Welcome back here to Lake Ridge High School, site of the TAPPS 2A state championship for the girls. Boys coming up here at 2 o'clock. Again, this one between Texoma Christian and Geneva. And, of course, coming up for the boys, Geneva as well made it to the state championship, and they'll be facing Vanguard. That's all coming up at 2 o'clock. But right now we have a 27-14 advantage, Texoma Christian over the Lady Eagles. For Texoma Christian in the first half, Hannah Benson with 8. Marina Montano with 7, a three-pointer to boot there. 4 points for Haley Ross, and then a bucket for Lily Monk, Catherine Sild, and Samantha Flanagan. For Geneva, leading the way was Caroline Lunsford with 6. Emma Ingram with 4, and then a pair of buckets for Peterson and Winston. That's how the first half stats stack up. Start the second half, and quick runner. Nice job as getting it to fall. Catherine Sild with her 4th point of the night. Pair of buckets for Sild, the senior. Lunsford thought about a three. Instead, she'll kick it out wide. Right wing beyond the arc here is Leip. Get it back to Lunsford. Top of the key. Winston back to Lunsford. Trying to drive in the paint, and a good look about 3 feet from the hoop. It won't fall. And Texoma Christian has it. Almost stole it away. Sild gets it back. Flanagan kicks it underneath to Benson. Benson fighting off 2 Geneva defenders, and she walked in the process. Sometimes you try to post up, there's too much footwork there, and she is called for the travel. So again, Texoma Christian with 29, Geneva with 14. 7 minutes to go here in the third. Lunsford trapped in the corner. She gets it. Quick shot by Peterson. That one falls short. Rebound is put back up and in. Mary Liz Winston with a bucket. 4 points now for Winston. Back the other way. Here is Silt working off a screen set by Benson. Right side now. In front of the arc. Here is Flanagan, and she knocks it down. Samantha Flanagan, her first bucket. With the 2 free throws, though, she does have 4 points on the afternoon. 31-16, the advantage for Texoma Christian. Lunsford deep into the corner, trapped and tried to pass, and this one's stolen away. Intended for Peterson. Benson gets it to Flanagan, back to Benson. The 2-on-1 works to perfection as Hannah Benson now with 10 points, and a timeout is called by Geneva coach Joe Renier. It'll be a 30-second timeout, so we will keep it here. Team fouls in the first half. Texoma Christian with 7. And Geneva had 6. A pair of fouls for Lunsford and Ingram, and then Winston and Light both with fouls. Personal fouls for Texoma Christian here. Montano has 2, and so does Haley Ross. And then Powers and McCarthy both have personal fouls as well, and that's how it shakes out. As both teams break from the timeout, 33-16 our score. Texoma Christian has led the whole way, and they have since rattled off 6 points here to start us off. 6-2 run to start the second half, rather, for Texoma Christian. Lunsford controls for Geneva, trapped in the corner, looking for somebody to pass to, and this one's stolen away, picked up by Benson. Here comes Hannah. Kick out, right, and that is good. Right underneath the basket, Haley Ross now is 6. Lunsford trying to work off a screen, trying to sift through traffic, and she is fouled, and play will stop. And Frank Fuel will tell the scorers table. And a foul will go against Haley Ross, 3rd personal, so that makes Mark Ellison think a little bit. Ross, the tall post player, has had a great afternoon with her 6 points. Quick pop for Lauren Peterson, and that went off the back of the iron, and it comes down to Texoma Christian. Pushing it, Sild, right wing. Here is Ross, back to Sild, and she'll bring it back out up top. She's guarded by Addie Leip, right-hand dribble, trying to drive in and work off of the screen. Can't get it, and she'll kick it to Flanagan. Flanagan, right elbow, right back to Sild. And I think the goal here is to wind down some of this clock with the 35-16 advantage. Texoma Christian wants to ride into the sunset here. A lot of game to go, though. Three-pointer up, and this one is no good for Flanagan. Rebound comes down to Geneva, trying to work in, and a foul is called by our head referee, Chris Caden. And that'll go against Flanagan. Samantha Flanagan with her first personal. 2 team fouls now for Texoma Christian in the second half. Quick underneath, and this one is no good. Mary Liz Winston gets blocked. But we do have a foul, and I believe it's coming up on Hannah Benson. That's not good news. It is her first personal, though, but you do not want the sophomore to get into foul trouble. She's been such a key cog with 10 points here this afternoon. First free throw attempt for Mary Liz Winston is no good. First time at the line here today for the freshman Winston. Forward does have 4 points as her second free throw bangs out. 0 for 2 from the line that time. And our score remains 35-16. Texoma Christian out in front, 4:44 and counting in period number 3. Flanagan, right side, chest pass out top. Here is Benson from just inside the arc, no good. Fighting for the rebound. I think we're going to get a jump ball as Ross and Lunsford both tangled up. Possession arrow goes the way of Geneva. Caroline Lunsford brings it up the floor. 6 points for the sophomore point guard. Left-hand dribble trying to get in on Ross. Fights trouble. Now kicks it out top. Here is Light. Back to Lunsford. 2 trying to play off of each other. They get it underneath. Oh, big block by Hannah Benson. Peterson tried to go up with a shot. She has it again. Instead, she'll pass out beyond the arc. And no shot there for Emma Ingram. Lunsford back to Lipe. Lipe trying to drive in. Flanagan all over Addie Lipe. Runs into trouble, kicks it out. And here is Lunsford. Now gets it off to Peterson. Peterson from the baseline takes about a 4-foot jumper, and this one won't fall, and it'll be a turnover. Texoma Christian will now have the basketball. Mass substitutions. Ross and Sild both come off the floor. Hannah Benson takes a seat as well. Coming up to inbound the boy, newly checked in Victoria Powers, along with Katie Branch. Flanagan still out there. Montano has checked in the game for Texoma Christian. And now officials call a foul. We have an offensive foul, and I believe it is going to go against Samantha Flanagan. Second personal, first team foul. Check it, fourth team foul rather for Texoma Christian. They've been definitely very physical here this afternoon. Lunsford will control out top, almost loses it, trying to find somebody to pass it off to, and she does find Emma Ingram. Ingram driving in, has to stop and waves those elbows around. Crowd doesn't like it, at least Texoma Christian does not. Trying to go up for it. Lunsford underneath the hoop gets fouled. Ball does not fall through the hoop. And a foul. Katie Branch will pick up her first personal. Now call it 5 team fouls for Texoma Christian. And for the third time here today, Caroline Lunsford will be at the charity stripe. And she sinks it. Trying to bring Geneva back in it. 2 for 2 that time, make it 4 of 6 now on the contest. 35-18 our score, with Texoma Christian having the advantage, and clock will stop with 3 minutes 11 seconds as we have a full timeout. But how about the play of Caroline Lunsford? Even though Geneva is trailing 35-18, she has provided the most pop, so to speak, here this afternoon. 8 points for the sophomore guard. And then Winston and Ingram both have 4. Peterson with a bucket as well. So part of the starting 5 of Peterson, Lunsford, Winston, and Ingram, Leip as well. All points coming from those of the starting 5. The only one that has not scored for the starting 5 for Geneva is Addie Leip. Meanwhile, for Texoma Christian, I mentioned the afternoon Hannah Benson's having 10 points as she leads the way. All 5 starters, Flanagan, Benson, Sild, Monk, and Ross, have scored for Texoma Christian. Again, our score is 35-18 here in the TAPPS 2A State Championship. Texoma Christian will have it. Sarah Flanagan. Right wing, now out top here, Sild. Rather, check that, Victoria Powers. Like 11, not 13. Sild with a left-hand dribble, trying to work on Lunsford. Now here's Flanagan, Samantha Flanagan. Montano, back to Flanagan, deep left wing. Out top, Powers wants it, and it would have been a 2. It is off the mark, hit left side of the iron, comes down, and here's Geneva. Lunsford, back the other way. Right-hand dribble, trying to work in on Emily McCarthy, and we'll get a blocking foul called, I believe, on McCarthy, yes. Second personal foul called on Emily McCarthy. 16 fouls on Texoma Christian. So Geneva one away from the bonus. Underneath, quick jumper, doesn't land. Shot put up by Mary Liz Winston. Rebound comes down, and it's Victoria Powers. Powers, the forward, the sophomore. Left wing now to Flanagan. Samantha. Out top, here's Emily McCarthy. Back to Montano. Montano tries to give it underneath, and it's stolen away. Nice steal for Peterson. Lunsford pushing it into the paint. Puts up a jumper, and it's good. I say jumper, rather layup for Caroline Lunsford. Make it 10 now for the sophomore. Pressure. Geneva's got a pressure here. They want some quick turnovers. 35-20, a 15-point lead for Texoma Christian. A minute 35 left to go here in quarter number 3. Texoma Christian will slow it down. Flanagan. McCarthy now out top. Left wing to Flanagan. Right-hand dribble. Guarded closely by Peterson, trying to get it underneath, putting it up a shot on the post is Katie Branch. Won't get it to go, but she is fouled. And that foul's going to go against Mary Liz Winston. Second personal on Winston. And with that, Geneva picks up their first team foul of the second half. Free throw up and good for Katie Branch, her first time at the line this afternoon. Montano switching places with Hannah Benson. Second free throw good. Branch nails it. First 2 points of the contest for the senior, Katie Branch. Geneva will have to hurry it up here. Minute 10 left to go in quarter number 3. 37-20 our score. Texoma Christian has the lead. Lunsford trying to work in on Emily McCarthy, and McCarthy, little hand check. And I think she's going to get called for it, yeah. Four personals now for Emily McCarthy, the junior. 17 fouls, and it's bonus time for Geneva. 1-on-1 situation for Lunsford, and she knocks down the first free throw, so she'll stay at the line. With the four personals, McCarthy will come out. Lily Monk is in the ballgame. And that time, Lunsford doesn't get it to fall. Stolen away, and Geneva has another chance. Peterson, no good. Air ball falls into the hands of Victoria Powers. Powers trying to drive in. She lost the handle. Here comes Geneva. Lunsford, clear shot, and no. The lane closed quickly. A collision. Katie Branch, Montano, both there trying to make sure that Lunsford can't get to the bucket. Caroline's a little shaken up, but trying to shake it off. And she goes back to the free throw line. They'll call it a shooting foul. As Branch picks up her second personal, and the first of two free throws is good for Lunsford. Seven of 10 here this afternoon. Caroline Lunsford from the line. 37-23, Texoma Christian with the lead in the ball. It's Hannah Benson ahead to Montano. Marina Montano almost lost the handle right near the out-of-bounds marker, but she recovers, and here is left wing now Lily Monk. 20 seconds here in period number 3. The Texoma Christian will hold for the last shot. Powers, left wing, Monk. Gets it down to Branch, now low post. Try to put up a shot, Benson, and she is fouled. Will go to the line for 2. Andre Parker. And it will be Lauren Peterson. Andre Parker shows up, flashes 5 fingers, and that's going to be the sophomore Peterson with her first personal foul. And Geneva with 2 team fouls here in the second half. Benson is nails on her first trip to the line. Hannah with 11 points now. And the sophomore goes up with number 2 and make it 12. 39 points for Texoma Christian. Geneva with 23. Geneva has the basketball. Lunsford kicking it out, trying to get an open look. Emma Ingram, this one won't fall. Quickly saved from out of bounds. Addie Light keeps it in. Officials stop play, and I believe we're going to have a time. Oh, that's the end of the third quarter. A little bit of controversy there as to who stepped out of bounds, but it doesn't matter. That is the end of the third quarter. Take a break. When we come right back, we'll have the fourth quarter of play here, the TAPPS 2A State Championship on Legacy Sports Network. And welcome back to our fourth quarter of action here from Lake Ridge High School in Mansfield. Texoma Christian leads Geneva 39-23 as we open the fourth. TAPPS 2A state championship for the girls. The boys coming up at 2 o'clock. Vanguard and Geneva going head-to-head. We'll have that for you right here to watch on the Legacy Sports Network. Underneath, wide open for Benson, and she's going to capitalize every time with that opportunity. Make it 14 now for Hannah Benson. 41-23, Texoma Christian. Penetration in the corner. Lunsford trying to bring it out. Shot tipped, but Geneva recovers. Jumper, no good. That one taken by Aunt Eddie Leip, but the rebound snatched up. Loose ball was picked up by Emma Ingram, and she does put it up and in. 6 points for the freshman guard. Pressure applied by Flanagan, and Lunsford loses the handle. That goes out of bounds. Texoma Christian will keep it, though. Clock stops at 7:04. Inbounds pass to Flanagan. Nice job. Pretty pass to Hannah Benson. Make it 16 now for the sophomore. Lunsford, right wing. He'll hand it off to Leip. Leip tries to roll into the paint, looking for somebody to pass to. Finds Lunsford just inside on the left wing. And this one back iron, no good. Rebound snatched up by Leip. Loose ball. Geneva recovers, going up and stuffed Lauren Peterson. A big block by Lily Monk for Texoma Christian. Ball sails out of bounds. It'll be last touched by Texoma Christian. Addie Leip will come off the floor. Miranda Ward is now into the ball game, I believe for the first time. Lunsford out top. Here is Ingram. Ingram fighting for a shot, can't get it. And there's a travel called. Miranda Ward left her feet, went for a jumper, and then came back down, and that's the reason for the walk, as Chris Caden was right there about 3 feet from her and makes the obvious call. 43-25, Texoma Christian with the lead. They have the ball. Just over 6 minutes in the ball game. Right back the other way. Lily Monk does the exact same thing. Looking to pass and hopped and came right back down on her feet. That is a travel. So we have turnovers for each side, and Geneva will keep it. Right after that turnover, Lily Monk comes out of the ball game having a conversation with Mark Ellison. Lunsford, meanwhile, for Geneva, gets it underneath, and Winston can't get it to fall. Mary Liz Winston right underneath the hoop went up, and it's just kind of been the story of the afternoon. Geneva's had some good looks, but has not been able to get the basketball to fall through the hoop. Montano comes out. Benson checks in for Texoma Christian. Lunsford will inbound it. She gets it to Winston. To Leip, now over to Lunsford. Check that, Emma Ingram, rather. Underneath the hoop, fighting off 2 defenders, throws up a jumper, and that one will fall for Mary Liz. Rebound comes to Benson. Quickly up the floor. Monk underneath, and a touch pass is tapped out of bounds. I believe last touch by Caroline Lunsford, who has been all over the court here today. Inbound, give it go, and that one is good. Lily Monk. Monk with her first basket of the game. She did have 2 free throws, so make it 4 on the afternoon. Geneva inside the paint. Here's Lunsford. Too strong. It goes off the backboard. It takes Texoma Christian with a rebound. Flanagan trapped up near the center court stripe. She bounces the ball. Little scrum for it, but it's picked up by Benson. Wide open look for Lily Monk. She goes for the 3, and it's no good. Geneva will push it. Lunsford trying to get around Haley Ross. Out wide, here is Ward. Underneath, and then back to Ward, and she is blocked. Sarah Flanagan with a nice block. Benson finds the loose ball, and she'll give it to Victoria Powers. Check that, that's Sild. Catherine Sild. Haley Ross out top to Sill on the right wing. Deep on the right wing is Flanagan. She'll feed it underneath. That one goes off the bottom of the backboard over the shoulders of Hannah Benson and to Lunsford. Geneva back the other way. A little poke check as Lunsford trying to drive into the paint. And this foul more than likely is going to go against Catherine Sild. Actually, check that. I believe that's Haley Ross who picked up the foul. 9 team fouls as Geneva is one away from the double bonus. So it's still a 1-on-1 situation. As you see Benson and Monk come off the floor. And Lunsford will have a chance here. Shelby Galen has checked in for Texoma Christian. Katie Branch back in as well. Controlling things out top, Victoria Powers. 4:16 left to go here in the fourth quarter. 45-25 has really opened things up for Texoma Christian. 20-point lead. Flanagan controls out top, right side to Gallion. This one's stolen. Here's Emma Ingram. Can't find the handle on it, and it's stolen by Flanagan. Samantha gets it ahead. Here's Victoria Powers across the center court stripe. She has it right-hand dribble. Calm, cool, and collected. She'll stay out top near the center ring, and a timeout will be taken by head coach Mark Ellison of Texoma Christian. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We will keep things here. Once again, your score here in the fourth. Clock stops at 3 minutes, 47 seconds. And it is a 20-point lead for Texoma Christian. They lead at 45-25. An afternoon to be had with such a great performance by Hannah Benson. Sophomore has racked up the point total, 16 for the post player. The leader right now for Geneva with 13 is Caroline Lunsford. But Texoma Christian poised to take this thing and capture the TAPPS 2A state championship. With the way that they have started out of the gate, very first quarter, got some great support from Hannah Benson. She stormed out to 6 points. Texoma Christian has never looked back. Flanagan, three-pointer on its way, won't fall. Nice tap out by Shelby Gallion. She keeps it for Texoma Christian. Pass intended for Montano falls out of bounds, and it'll be Geneva's ball. Lunsford to bring it up the floor. Caroline. Southport goes right side with it with a right-hand dribble. Hand off. Here's Lipe. Back to Lunsford. Back to Lipe. Just inside the arc, deep on the right wing. Now she'll give it back to Lunsford into the paint. And they'll kick it out. Here's a three-pointer on its way from Ingram, and it's good. Boy, she's been looking for that shot all afternoon, and she finally gets it. A timeout will be called by head coach Joe Rainier of Geneva. 2 3-pointers aside here. It'll be a full timeout. 3-pointers aside, Emma Ingram. And then Marina Montano with a 3-point ball as well. But that moves the point total for Geneva up to 28. 45-28 as the timeout is called. The clock stops with 3 minutes and 7 seconds. Texoma Christian, 19 fouls. So Geneva's one away from the double bonus. Just 2 team fouls for Geneva. And they would love for the clock to stop and try to get some points, because Texoma Christian looks poised to ride into the sunset with a victory. And these Texoma Christian fans know it here. A lot of cheers coming away from that timeout, but some even bigger cheers for Emma Ingram as she finally sinks down the three-pointer. The freshman has been looking for that all afternoon. So Katie Branch will inbound the ball. Underneath the basket, here is Montano. Full court press applied by Geneva. Texoma Christian gets it across, and here is Sild. Right side, it's Gallion. Out top, Flanagan now. Under 3 minutes, we're at 2:45. Scoop pass from Flanagan to Sild, and try to go the other way from Montano. This one is stolen away. Lunsford finally gets the steal, and the layup is good. 15 now for Caroline Lunsford. Great effort there. 45-30, a 15-point lead for Texoma Christian. A big steal for Geneva. Peterson looking for Lunsford, and the ball tapped loose and hit a hand in traffic, and Texoma Christian has it. Sild across the timeline, guarded by Leip. Left-hand dribble. She'll meet Montano. Montano underneath to Flanagan, who tries to squirrel her way under the basket, put it off the backboard, and that one will not fall. And Geneva has the rebound. Left wing, Ingram. Out top, Lunsford. Lunsford spins off a defender, right back to Peterson, and this one is off the right side of the backboard, no good. Rebound, Light puts it up, no good. Ball comes down, and an attempt for Ingram. She is fouled, ball goes over the basket, and I believe Marina Montano is going to pick up her third personal foul, and now 2 shots. It was a shooting foul, but either way, Geneva's in the double bonus. And Ingram cannot sink the first of her 2 free throws. Emma Ingram, 9 points, 4 in the first half, 5 here in the second. Trying to get number 10, and she does. 1 of 2 that time, Emma Ingram. Inbounds pass to Flanagan, and she'll hand off to Sild as the full court press applied by Geneva. 45-31 our score. The 14-point lead for Texoma Christian with a minute 35 left to go, and play will stop. We got a foul called. And Lunson picks it up. Caroline Lunsford, her third personal, and just the third team foul for Geneva here in the second half, and Montano will inbound it for Texoma Christian. Looking for somebody to pass it to, and she finds Katie Branch. All alone, deep left wing. She'll hand it off to Sild, who's out top. Catherine Sild, the senior, controls right side for Flanagan. And I believe we have a foul called here by Frank Fuel. And Lauren Peterson picks up a foul here, second personal. And now it's 4 team fouls. And Montano will inbound again. Finds Flanagan. Flanagan will hold on to it, and I believe we have another infraction called. And Lunsford is now her 4th personal. 1 more. And Geneva will lose one of their best players. So Lunsford's got to be careful here. As the inbounds pass comes to Flanagan, tries to put it up, and she is stripped by Lauren Peterson. And the ball will go the way of Geneva. Possession arrow. Lunsford let the ball dribble in front of her to save time. A minute 15 as Geneva trails by 14. It's 45-31 here in the 4th. This TAPPS 2A state championship. Geneva has it. Addie Leip trying to work around a defender, and now we've got a stoppage in play, and we have a foul called, and I believe this is going to be part of the double bonus. And Samantha Flanagan, 3rd personal, 11th team foul, and here at the line, it's Addie Leip to get her first point of the ball game, and it cannot fall through. 4 Lady Eagles for Geneva have been at the line here today. Addie Leip, 1 of 2. Ingram, Winston, and Lunsford are the other 3 Lady Eagles. Speaking of Lady Eagles, here's Texoma Christian. Montano trying to avoid the full court press. She gets it across the line, but then is fouled. She's wrapped up by Lauren Peterson, the sophomore. The second personal, 16 foul. As we see a lot of the starters come out, and almost like a hockey line change for Texoma Christian. Ball is inbounded. Beatrice Nguyen, the freshman, gets some playing time. She's out there with Emily McCarthy. Isabel Tormos. Tormos, another freshman. Shelby Gallion is still out there, having a little bit of trouble. This is Emily McCarthy, and a little trap there. Nice combination of Emma Ingram and Caroline Lunsford. Let me give Geneva a lot of credit. They're down 45-32, just under 50 seconds to go, and they're still playing their hearts out. And that's what you come to expect. If you get to this level, this state championship level, that's what you expect. And I'm sure that Joe Rainier, the head coach of Geneva, wouldn't expect anything different from his girls. Free throw is no good, and Geneva will come up with it. It's Caroline Lunsford. Left side, quick three-pointer for Ingram, and off right iron backboard, then down, straight down to the Miranda Ward, the freshman, underneath the hoop. She tries to put it up, and she is fouled. Ball does not go through the hoop. And Beatrice Nguyen will pick up her first personal. This is coming into the ball game with 2 shots here for Miranda Ward. Ward does sink the first one, her first trip to the line. The freshman knocks it down. Back iron, no good, but rebound is picked up and put back, no good. Another rebound, and that's Emma Ingram who comes up with it and gets it to fall. Make it 12 points for the freshman Emma Ingram, and now we have a full timeout by head coach Joe Rainier of Geneva. Geneva has been able to creep back into this. 35 points now for Geneva. They trail by 10. It's 45-35 advantage for Texoma Christian. We are in the fourth quarter. We have 31 seconds to go here in the contest. That's right. Texoma Christian 31.3 seconds away from being crowned the TAPPS 2A state champion. Coming in to inbound it, here is Beatrice Nguyen. She's out there with Shelby Gallion, Emily McCarthy, Isabel Tormos. And now we have a foul on Lauren Peterson, her third personal. Officials try to sort it out, and in the bonus, a 1-on-1 situation as the clock stops at 26.3. And Emily McCarthy, who was bringing it up the floor, got fouled. The junior will go to the line. First one is no good, so a fight for it and a jump ball. Both McCarthy and Miranda Ward were there. Jump ball possession arrow going the way of Texoma Christian. 24.8 seconds and counting here in our ball game. It's a 10-point lead for Texoma Christian. They lead at 45-35. Whip the ball around and a three-point shot put up. This one no good by Isabel Tormos. And here comes Caroline Lunsford. 10 seconds now. Lunsford going to drive all the way, and layup is good for Lunsford. Make it 17 now for Caroline Lunsford. Timeout for Joe Rainier and the Geneva Lady Eagles. And this will be a full timeout. The clock will stop at 7 seconds. And, of course, Mark Ellison's advice here for the final 7 seconds is, hey, let's not turn over the basketball. Let's try to keep it together, especially with some of the younger players that are out there right now. I mentioned Isabel Tormos, the freshman, Shelby Gallion, the sophomore. Beatrice Nguyen is a freshman. Try to make sure that his girls keep things in order as they round it out. And you know that the players, the coaching staff, the fans here in attendance can feel it. 7 seconds away from winning a state title. How many high school basketball players can say that they have a state championship? Texoma Christian's about to find that out. Inbounds pass is stolen away. Geneva has it. Jumper on its way and good. No timeouts left for Coach Vernier to call. Ball game is over. Congratulations. How about it? A fight to the very end. Texoma Christian is the TAPPS 2A state champion. They win it 45-39 over the Geneva Lady Eagles, as that is the final score. Impressive victory, to say the least, as Texoma Christian came out of the gate and they never looked back. Great performances from Hannah Benson, Marina Montano with her three-pointer and 7 points on the afternoon. Haley Rost with her post play. Catherine Sild controlling the point. This is a team that blew people out to start the playoffs, the postseason, and they faced a very tough opponent in Geneva here in the state championship, and it's always hard to walk away on the losing end, but give Geneva a lot of credit. 39 points, a tremendous performance from Caroline Lunsford. She finished the day with 17. Mary Liz Winston, Emma Ingram, and Addie Leip, they all had contributions here this afternoon, but it fell short. And it's always a heartbreaker to come so far and not come away with that trophy that every team here in the state wants. But at the end, there's only one. And for the 2A state championship, the crown goes to the Texoma Christian Lady Eagles, and we are going to have the ceremony, the presentation. As we'll have medals handed out, the trophy will be presented, and a beautiful ceremony. I got to tell you, the folks here at Lake Ridge High School have been absolutely fantastic hosting this tournament. And now they have the opportunity to present the award for our first ball game here today for the girls 2A state championship. Keep in mind, folks, the boys 2A state championship is right around the corner. That starts at 2 o'clock. We will carry that game. And that will feature another Geneva basketball team. The Geneva boys team, the Eagles, will face off against the Vanguard Vikings. Geneva with an incredible story, a fourth overtime victory to get here. And of course, we'll talk all about that in game number 2. So we're awaiting the awards to be handed out here, the medals to be given. And now they're handing some of the medals to Marble Falls Faith Academy. Obviously, one of the 4 teams to participate here in the semifinals, falling to Texoma Christian, 46-43, the final there. Marble Falls Faith Academy is the runner-up, so to speak, and obviously Victoria Faith, the other one involved in the 4 teams that reached the semifinals. 55-53, Geneva walked away with a victory to earn their appearance in the state championship. So definitely doling out those medals now as we see some of the athletes come onto the floor, and all smiles, of course. This is the moment that, you know, obviously you want to hoist the state championship trophy, but it's all about being here. To get this far deserves some sort of reward for all of these girls and how hard they've worked on and off the court. And now you see Addie Leip come out off the bench and get her medal. As we have introductions here, a lot of Geneva fans and players giving cheers as Hannah Benson is now called. What an afternoon for Hannah Benson and a postseason. The sophomore, 16 points. And Emma Ingram will come out. 12 points for Ingram, the freshman, a phenomenal afternoon, as she provided that much-needed boost to help Caroline Lunsford with the point totals. And the sharpshooter, Marina Montano, senior, hit a three-pointer in the ball game. She finished with 7 points in the state championship and receives her medal. And you can't say enough about the sophomore Caroline Lunsford as she comes over. Big hug. And what an afternoon for the sophomore. 17 points for Caroline Lunsford. Samantha Flanagan, a key contributor. Not just she had the 4 points, but a lot of steals this afternoon and hands in traffic for the senior, and she comes out and gets her medal. And of course, this is the all-tournament team being announced here, as you have players from Texoma Christian, Geneva, Marble Falls Faith Academy, and then you have Victoria Faith. And a nice shot of Flanagan, Montano, and Hannah Benson in the center court circle.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, here to help present the trophies. First, the runner-up trophy. Today's presentation will be made by TAPPS Executive Director, Mr. Ed Burleson. He will present the runner-up trophy to head coach Joe Renier and assistant coach Aaron Stafford.
So a lot of handshakes now for Joe Renier, the head coach of the Geneva Lady Eagles, as he picks up a lot of celebration. Congratulations for his efforts.
Will help distribute the medals for the 2013 state runners-up Geneva School Eagles. Please come forward as I call your name. First off, sophomore.
So now we'll have
Jessica Gonzalez.
medals handed out to both sides, I believe, and the first one for Geneva to come out, Jessica Gonzalez. Did not make an appearance at the state championship, but definitely it's a team effort. You have Lauren Comagese. Lauren Comagese, the guard freshman. Lauren Peterson gets her award. Lots of hugs, as you can see here. Caroline Lunsford now comes out. It was 17 points. What a great afternoon. Mary Liz Winston had 4 points, freshman. Of course, Emma Ingram, Addie Lipe getting their medals. It's a heck of a ball club, folks. Miranda Ward, the freshman, presented with her medal, a free throw to count. And then Nellie Schmidt, the junior, the forward, and there you have it. The entire Geneva Lady Eagle basketball team, congratulations on a wonderful 2012-2013 season as the runner-ups here in the state championship. Lots of pictures taken, again, lots of smiles, and it's a celebratory afternoon, even though they come up on the losing end. There's a lot to be thankful for. And, of course, Geneva The Lady Eagles will have to travel back down to Boerne, Texas. As we heard our public address announcer state, hope to see you back again next year. And you can bet that Joe Rainier has that on his mind. To come so close, try to get right back at it next year. And now we have the presentation of the state championship trophy. And here comes Mark Ellison. Well-deserved. Talked with Coach Ellison before the game, and you could tell the focus on his face has now turned into smile, as he is so proud of his girls and the effort to get to this point and win the whole thing. Very, very pleased as you see him hold the trophy there. The assistant coaching staff and have pictures taken, and now we have the presentation of the medals for Texoma Christian.
And now Coach Olson and Mr. Larry Gebhardt from the executive board will help present the championship medals to the members of the Lady Eagles squad. Please come forward as I call your name. Number 2, Shelby Gallion.
Well, there is Shelby Gallion, the sophomore. Got into the game in the second half. We have Isabel Tormos, the freshman, very late in the ball game, as Coach Ellison giving a chance for some of the younger players to get involved. Samantha Flanagan. Flanagan had 4 points. Beatrice Nguyen came in. There's Marina Montano with a great afternoon of 7 points. Victoria Powers, sophomore, no points. But certainly a good afternoon. Hannah Benson. Hannah Benson lit up the scoreboard this afternoon. Of course, Sild, the point guard. And Emily McCarthy. Meredith Gary, the freshman. Big hug from Coach Ellison. And Katie Branch, a pair of free throws this afternoon. The senior. Lily Monk with 4 points. And there is Haley Ross, 6 points in the state championship game. And there you have it, announced as the TAPPS 2A state champions, the Texoma Christian Lady Eagles. You see the big sign there, finished business, absolutely. Final score once again, 45-39, an impressive win over an outstanding foe in the Geneva Lady Eagles. Once again, congratulations to Texoma Christian, as they had a wonderful, wonderful showing in the postseason to get all the way here and to clamp down and come away with the big state championship trophy.
All right, our next game is set to begin at 2 o'clock. That will be the
And that is going to do it, folks. Once again, Texoma Christian, the TAPPS 2A state champions, they win. Final score 45-39 over the Geneva Lady Eagles. We appreciate all of you watching at home. Coming up, we will have the boys battle it out. It's Vanguard and Geneva. Again, folks, thanks so much. For Jake Craig, I'm Ryan Mueller. So long here from Lake Ridge High School.